Okay guys, welcome back to the garage. I wasn't going to show this table because this is a return, it's something I had to fix, but it's turning into a totally different table from what it started out to be in. Farm style table. I'll see if I can't put in clips of the finished pictures the first time, but I pulled a rookie mistake. I didn't pay attention to the end grain when I glued it together, and it cupped bad, just not a little bit, but a lot. So I ended up, and I used too wide of a board. I used like a 2x10, got them from the box store. So I ended up ripping the 2x10 down to like a 2x6, kind of smaller, bigger than the 2x4 though. And so hold on a second and I'll flip it around and I'll show you.
Okay, as you can see, I've got it flipped somewhat like it should be. And that's the old finish. I got most of it stripped down. So that's the way it should be. And I had it, as a matter of fact, you can still see somewhat of a cup, but when I put the other part on, I'll take some of that out. It'll flex some, but it's been sitting for a while, so, excuse me, so it should not cup any more than this. So I'm going to get to sanding now, so that's what it is. And they wanted live edge, and that's my first time cutting it. Once I get this sanded and flipped over, I'll show you that. Alright guys, sanding. This is the bottom. I hit it with a 40 grit. I went through about, I don't know, 4 sheets, 4 orbital, using an orbital sander right away there. I'm probably going to hit this with 100 grit, just lightly. Well, not lightly. I'll hit it really good with 100 grit. And that's it, because it's the bottom and I've got the skirting to put on there yet. So I'm going to hit that with the 100 grit. I'm going to spare you the sanding, but I'll get back with you after the 100 grit. Alright guys, ran into another problem. This is the skirting that I had previously built for it. And when I cut the edges off for the live edge look, which I'll show you that here after I get this fixed, this was too wide. So I got to cut 4 inches off one side, which you see I've taken you see it leaning up back there. I've taken the outside rail off this side. So I'm going to cut 4 inches off and put the side rail back on and then screw it to the bottom. And then I'll flip it over and I'll get back with you. Alright guys, I figured I'd show you a little bit of the sanding anyway. So I got it flipped upside down, took the legs off of it because I have to sand these down, and I'm not going to paint them. They want them just the steel look, so but there's some rust and some paint on them from where I bought them from. So we'll sand them down a little bit and then go to depot and get Alright, we got sanding done on the top. I gotta flip it over and do the sides, but it's pretty heavy. I gotta do those. But we hit the top with 40, and then went up to 80, and then 120, and I think it came out pretty good. To begin with, they wanted the beat up old rustic look. So as far as like stuff like this right here, I'm just gonna leave it. There's like a little spot there, and there's some stuff down there. But for the most part, it came out pretty good this time. Like I said, you got to pay attention to the grain. Make sure that you flip-flop them like you're supposed to, which I didn't do to begin with, and man, was it cupped. So, yeah, let me get back with you. Alright guys, I figured I'd give you a little bit of the sanding treatment. I got it flipped over, took the legs off. Just gonna sand the bottom up really good, then wipe everything down with mineral spirits. And legs, they want the steel look on the legs. So we're just gonna sand it down a little bit because there's some rust and some green paint on one of them from where I bought them from. We'll sand those down, clean them up with some mineral spirits, and then clear coat them with some spray-on poly. So it's looking good. Once I get all the sanding done, we'll put stain on it. It's coming out real good. So yeah, we'll be back with you in a little bit. All right, so we got everything sanded down. The table's all sanded down, ready to go. We're gonna wipe it down with mineral spirits. Got some fresh rags. The legs are all sanded down. Got to wipe them down with mineral spirits. Going to put some felt on the bottoms so they won't scratch floors, and we're gonna get a can of spray poly to kind of seal them so they don't rust that much. So we're gonna take a trip to Menards. So see you in a few.
All right, guys, we got the legs all coated with clear, all sanded down, drilled out. For lag bolts, I don't want to use screws, I want to use lag bolts. So they're ready to go, they're drying. Got the top all sanded down, 40, 80, 120. All sanded down, scraped down, sanded down, and wiped off and stained. I think it looks pretty darn good. So we're gonna let this dry, and then I want to flip it over and seal the underneath, the bottom of the table. And once that's done, I'll put the legs back on it, put it on the legs, and we'll start putting the urethane on it. And I think it's gonna come out pretty darn good. Alright guys, we got this table finished. That's the first coat of poly. We'll put two on for sure. For sure we'll put two on. It's a satin finish, so it's not going to be shiny. That's what the client wanted. So that's it. We did our first live edge. Well, we made it look live edge. I like it. Hopefully the more I do, the better they'll look. I think the next one I won't do as many curves. I'll keep it subtle. But other than that, I mean, the legs came out great, steel legs. There's a couple other designs that I want to make. I do plan on getting a welder. Already been looking and shopping around. So there you go, man. And it's been a while for a video, so a build video anyway. So if you like it, thumbs up. Leave comments below, good, bad, indifferent, whatever, and share and subscribe. Thanks for watching the garage. I am out. Be blessed.